Yeah, I just know we didn't because it kind of was like we were talking. If you guys listened to the last podcast, we were talking about our comp, and then we just kind of that's what we do. We do multiple subjects in one podcast, and then we got onto the Rogue Invitational, and then we did our predictions. And I think when we finished, and then we're like, okay, bye.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
But in fashion, we usually always do 20 bets. So let's do 20 bets.
I'd say let's do 20 bet every time that we put our stuff on there.
If it got written, it's 20 bets. So.
What is going on, everybody? You are listening to the Built for War podcast. I am your host, Austin Trotter, accompanied by my co-host, Mr. Michael Musick.
What's up, String Freaks?
Thank you for all of your guys' love, kindness, support, laughter, commenting, liking, subscribing, butt slapping, everything that you guys do. It's been fantastic. We're now living our dream of being a on-the-side podcaster.
Semi-professional.
Semi-professional podcaster. And race car driver.
That's right.
Ooh, wee. No, but we really appreciate it. If you guys haven't yet, please hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that comment. We're really starting to get back into this, excuse me, on a weekly basis. So we want to make sure that if our content is good, that you guys are saying it and showing it, and if it's not, let us know. Let us know if there's something that we need to do better. If you guys are trolls, get after it. We love it.
Bring it. I love it.
All for it. Other than that, we're just gonna fucking jump right into it.
'Cause that's what we do. You know, we don't have really a set plan. We just go with the flow, man.
We do. Yeah. We don't have a script because we're not actors. This is real.
That's right. We're straight improv. So that in real life, we are real actors. We're theater.
Theater.
We are theater.
Theater.
Okay? We ain't no bougie fuckers that read a script. Because I can't even read. So how am I supposed to do that?
I can't read. The best I had seen from somebody saying that was... I got to take it off of this screen real quick while I say that, because I know I'm going to get copyrighted on some of that.
Yeah.
The best was that movie, 8 Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Where he spills out all the fries on the table or on the tray or something, and it says you're an asshole or you're a jerk or something like that. Uh-huh. And then Whitey, the old basketball player, he's like, joke's on you, I can't read.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a minute. Ooh, that's a Christmassy one.
I know. I always
have to watch it.
I'm not a Jew, but I always watch it
for
around
sure.
Christmas.
Right. I haven't seen that one in a minute, but I remember it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the topic of the day. So we talked about it on the last podcast. It was right before the Rogue Invitational.
Yes.
Now we are going to talk about.
Now that the Rogue is over.
Yep.
We know who won. We know everything. Do you guys know everything?
We did put a $20 bet on this, didn't we?
No, we can. We didn't put a bet on it, but we can.
I mean, we didn't do it. It doesn't.
Yeah, I just know we didn't because it kind of was like we were talking. If you guys listened to the last podcast, we were talking about our comp, and then we just kind of. That's what we do. We do multiple subjects in one podcast. And then we got onto the Rogue Invitational, and then we did our predictions. And I think when we finished, and then we're like, okay, bye.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
But in fashion, we usually always do 20 bets. So let's do 20 bets.
I'd say let's do 20 bet every time that we put our stuff on there.
If it got written, it's 20 bets. So.
And we did the whole line out.
We did.
So.
Yeah, I do remember that we went over it. So.
Okay, here we are. Strongman.
I know I lost.
Yeah,
I know I lost.
You did lose, but I don't think I was that far off.
Yeah. And I couldn't remember exactly what you said, so yeah, but I did lose.
Shit, this might be actually a lot closer than we were expecting. Well, maybe not. Okay, so in first place, we got Mitchell Hooper. I fucking knew it, dude. He is
you did send Mitch, yep.
He is just on a run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't foresee him, unless he does a half Thor Bjornsson and drops out to go do some other
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
I don't foresee him slowing down within the next 3 years.
I honestly don't either. The only thing that I feel that could hinder him, but he's smart. Like he's, sports science and everything else, so he knows, and that's why he is who he is. The only thing is the two things that catch you are because how much he competes in a year. And hopefully now that he's done this whole 8 for 9 thing, maybe next year he'll do what you see most, because now he's elite. He's elite as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So he has been. But you see the progression of like most athletes from Alexei Novikov to any of them, when they first jump into the big pro scene and start getting their name, you see them at every fucking show. You see them at the Giants, the Arnolds, anything that they can get their hands on, they do it. Absolutely. I see it for exposure, sponsors, money ship, so forth. After they've won something or the body starts to take its toll after that many years of that intense competing, then the elite usually only save it for World's Strongest Man and maybe the Arnold. So they do like 2 competitions a year paired to like 6.
Right. Well, and most of the time, from what I've seen, is 3.
Yeah, or
which
3.
is
Now,
it's everybody saves their grace for World's Strongest Man, and then they choose like those at the top list. It seems like they choose the Arnold and now the
Rogue, because they're the biggest 3 paying shows. Like
Right.
you know what I mean. Rogue is by far the biggest paying out of all of them. And then
Mitchell Hooper won $123,000.
that's what I mean. Yeah, and that was a little less than last year, but either way, you're making over 100 G's. And like World's Strongest Man, even though like it's still in. Actually hit that up in the comments. Let me know. In my eyes, and I think in a lot of people, even though you have the Rogue, you have Strongest Man on Earth, even that World's Strongest Man title is still like alpha title. Like it just seems.
Oh, and I guess now that it's also a thing is Earth's Strongest Man or whatever the fuck Brian Shaw calls it nowadays.
Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah, Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah, Strongest Man on Earth.
I think now that is starting to gain some traction.
Yeah,
and I think that there is a big production behind it. I think that is going to start overrunning.
And it could.
But right now, I think World's Strongest Man having that title,
it's just the most alpha title. Like but everybody wants. But you're top tier now when you have all the titles. Like Thor and now Mitchell. They have and Martins, who has a World's Strongest Man and an Arnold's and a Britain's and they've won the majority of all the biggest shows. Where like Tom, huge fan of Tom, he's 3-time back-to-back World Strong, or not back-to-back, but 3-time World's Strongest Man. But he has no other titles.
Right.
Like he's gotten I think a Britain's or Europe's.
Europe's.
Yeah, but other than that, he's never won a Rogue. He's never won an Arnold. He's never, you know what I mean?
If I'm not mistaken, when we ran through his accolades, I think he does.
I think he did it in Europe. I think he did Europe's.
I think he's got 2 Europes and like 4 Britons.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but those are great shows. Like love them. But those are definitely bottom tier to these top prestigious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think that Britain's Strongest Man still isn't even close to holding the candle to like America's Strongest Man.
Yeah, it's in my eyes, it seems like it's damn near like almost a level, but it's almost at the top because you have to do great in America's to get to Britain's.
Which is crazy to me.
I know, even though it's American Britain.
Yeah.
Because or it's at least to a Giants live. At least maybe it not be Britain's Strongest Man, but it's the same organizers. It's the same fucking thing, you know. So Britain's and America's Strongest is like same tier.
Yeah.
And then if you can make it, then you go to a Giants Live, and if you make it through a Giants Live, then you can go to the Arnold, which is the big Arnold, the Ohio show.
And I'm pretty sure that if you make it through America's, you go to the Arnold.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Either Britain's or that.
Yeah.
And then
Britain's goes to Giants.
Yep.
America's goes to Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold. Yeah. So,
and that's another thing too. I've been seeing a lot of competitors nowadays going to Giants Live as well as these other ones. Like, it seems like the consistency of competing in these top tier elite athletes it's becoming more now because I remember Brian Shaw's biggest thing for the longest time was 3 every year. So that way you've got 4 months. You've got a good solid, 1 week deload. Then you've got a 12-week peak cycle.
Absolutely. Yeah, you do it the correct way. So for longevity, I think that's also a big reason why he's been able to stay in the sport for so long. Where guys like Alexei, fucking in one of Martin's videos, you guys have to check it out. But when he was going to the he won in 2019's World's Strongest Man. It was right after at the Arnold UK or no Arnold Australia's or UK's or something, and he was doing the behind the scenes. He was supposed to compete, but he didn't because he was all fucked up from Worlds and everything, and he was talking to Alexi and JF Caron, which are big names, right? But they're still not those top tiers. They haven't won anything. They're in the top fives. They're shooting for those. Alexi was saying that in his time when he first, like after he's done all the amateur ranks, hit the pro ranks, he competed 35 times in a year.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's what literally gave me the fuck you attitude. That's when I hit 6 competitions.
That's what I mean. When
year.
I saw that, I said the same thing because I think most of us, and again, hit us up in the comments. Let us know kind of how like your guys' average, like how many times you guys compete in a year. I think for most people, that have a full-time job, like this is a hobby and a lifestyle and you're trying to make it more, 3 to 5 competitions, but it's usually like 3 comps a year is like a pretty decent, like that's a load a year.
Yeah.
With your full-time training, your life, and then competing and peaking like 3 times a year. And that's what we always kind of sat at. And then when I read that, I was like, or heard that, I was like, and then and the most I've ever competed in a year is like 6 times. And that's a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. And that's not what like as much as that traveling. So those guys are like, and that's what they would say. They'd be like, how the fuck do you even train for these? And they go, they don't. They do an overall train when they can, when they're home, but they use the competitions for training. Yeah, like that's a training day.
Like you literally, the couple of weeks before, if you even have a couple of weeks, you take that week to get used to the implements that you're going to be doing in competition.
You fucking do it, and that's what you do, and that's what I mean. And but you see the toll it's done. So you see the rise in Alexa, you see the rise in JF. And where are those guys now? And this is no like shit on them. This is just straight facts, right? Like how much abuse you do to your body.
Yeah.
Because I love Jeff Corona. I can't wait for him to come back. I love Alexei Novikov. I can't wait for him to get to full form.
After watching JF Caron start training again,
I know,
pretty
that's
seriously,
what I mean.
I'm like, fucking let's go.
Dude. Like that's what I mean. And
it honestly makes me wish that Jerry Pritchett and like the old OGs,
the OGs
were still
coming back. I know.
Yeah.
And then even then like take Martins, and then you take trying to think all these other guys that like were in these primes, but they were just competing so much. Even though they were in the top 5, they weren't getting those cash prizes. And what I'm getting at is that even at a top tier level, outside of the Rogue, which now exists, is over 100 G's. Like World's Strongest Man, I think they pay out 70 grand, which is still huge, right? But and then I think the Arnold is around like 50 or 60 for first place. So it's like, these are still, so unless you won all 3, like you ain't making enough without sponsors and whatever to make it through the years.
Well, and I think a lot of them nowadays, like obviously if you look through the top 3 guys right now, right? So you've got Hooper. We'll go back and do it more, but at least the top 3, top 4 guys has a solid YouTube channel.
And that's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
So I think they're making a lot off of YouTube because
what I was going to say.
We broke down in a podcast of how much Brian Shaw makes in one video of his like big video where he hits a million some
subscribers.
views.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Where he hits that, and it's like $100,000.
That's what I mean. And you can see the ones that have like before, and once they got their channels up, then you saw them decrease from the competition because like that's like an extra sponsorship. You're making money. So
yeah,
like,
I mean, look at Eddie Hall.
Yes, a fucking Eddie Hall. Don't compete.
Eddie Hall
so
is
much fucking money on
the
that.
number one.
Yes,
like proof of YouTube fucking pays.
Absolutely, he literally is. Like he did great things for the sport. Huge. He made some good money, but the money he made, could he live and support his family forever? Absolutely not.
He was still working when he pulled the 500 kilo deadlift.
No, he quit to do it because that was his whole big thing about betting on yourself, and where he actually did after he pulled 2000.
Oh, okay, that's right. No, it was not the 500 kilo. It was
the very first one that he dropped, the 462.
Yes.
When he dropped that 462, he was a normal guy like us, like lifting and working, got off on Friday and flew out and did his thing. And then, his biggest thing was he bet on himself, but he also got a backer to back him. Like, I mean, it was a deal. Like, I give him credit for that, like, to have the balls of, like, you fucking pay my rent and you pay all this, and next year when I win World's Strongest Man, I will give you the money back.
Yeah.
So I respect him on that fact of that belief.
This podcast is sponsored by Cerberus Strength USA. Make sure that you guys go to cerberus-strength.us for all of your Cerberus needs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the absolute best. They're coming up in the game. They're owning the game. Cerberus Strength is the best quality product you can possibly wear.
I mean, I tell you what, whenever I think of strongman or powerlifting nowadays, I think of Cerberus.
Dude, I think about Cerberus every day.
I mean, because I wear Cerberus every day.
It looks super sick.
It does. Make sure that if you guys want any of the gear, the equipment, accessories, apparels, they're even coming out with supplements now.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you guys go check out Cerberus Strength.
For real. They're literally one of the best in the business. Probably the best in the business. They're sponsoring everybody from strongman athletes to all the strength sport athletes out there, taking over the game. And you just know you're in safe and good hands when you rock Cerberus Strength.
And make sure that you use our code B4WAR at checkout to save you 10% at checkout.
Absolutely. And their packages always arrive, no problems, shipping, everything. So B4WAR, get you 10% off.
And thank you to Cerberus for sponsoring this podcast.
Absolutely. We love you.
We love you. This podcast is sponsored by Premier TRT and Med Spa. Make sure you guys go over to www.premiertrt.com to get all of your testosterone, hormone, and peptide needs.
Absolutely. And just overall general health. I mean, you guys want to be checked out by the best in the business and people that actually care about you and your well-being and your overall health, whether it's strides and strength, admirations, or just a healthy living style. You guys cannot beat Premier TRT and Med Spa. Great family-owned style business, and you're just one of the family. And as always, get yourself checked.
Either that or go check them out at 12774 Colorado Boulevard, Suite 141 in Thornton, Colorado. Yeah. Go over there and tell Melanie we said that we sent you, Tell them that Built for War sent us.
That's right. You were hanging out with us last night, chilling, and you needed to come get checked. So, bam, there you are.
Yeah. For a low price, they'll check you out. They'll get you what you need and get you out the door so you can be back to living a healthy, lovely lifestyle like everybody else.
That's the American dream.
That's the American dream.
It really is. But no, for real, guys, always we say keep an eye on your health, and there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Premier. And, family, and just, man, you just become one of the family, okay?
You're part of the familia now.
For real. You're under my protection, okay?
Well, thank you for sponsoring us, Premier TRT, and thank you to you.
Always.
We'll see you guys. Also, to be able to find somebody that will do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the same thing as of course, I brought fucking politics in the last one. I'm going to bring it into this one. It's like how people always bitch about how Donald Trump's dad gave him $1 million to start.
Right.
As that is true, it goes to the same as somebody like Eddie Hall, where they gave him, a certain amount of pounds to live. He turned that into something that was way more. It's literally like taking $20 and turning it into $1,000.
It's true. It's like now he's making millions of dollars a month. Mm-hmm. Like he took 1 million, a lifetime goal, and then just turned it, not only paid it back, but then turned around and is now making that because of that. Like it was a hand up, not a hand out.
Yeah.
And so you can't get harped on them because they took they took the blessing that they were taken with.
Well, and it goes into all those fucking self-made motherfuckers, right? Oh yeah, I'd never take that money.
Oh brother, I fucking do this.
I'd never fucking do that.
No, that's how I fucking earn 24/7. What are you doing with all your fucking days, brother? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Everybody
up.
gets help.
Everybody needs help. Everybody
help.
fucking needs help.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you fucking bet on yourself. Yeah. You're still going to need a hand.
You can't, yeah. I mean, look at fucking the most lethal motherfuckers in the world, like SWAT teams and all these hardcore motherfuckers. You got people on every corner watching their six. As much as you are a bad motherfucker.
There is no such thing as a John Wick. And even in John Wick, he gets help from everybody else in the second movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, nowadays the little rise of YouTube, if you can get a channel up, Yeah, you can make some good money, and you don't need to bet on competing as much. But the longevity portion of what I was getting at was that you see a lot of guys back in the day, like before YouTube was huge, and they competed so much that once they hit their peaks, like it took 1 inch. Or Mateusz Kieliszkowski, same way.
Yeah.
He hit all those shows. He won a couple giants here and there. He's on the podium, but he's not hitting the main tier. And then what did he do? Then he blew out his tricep. Then it turned into a lat, and then it turned into a this, and then that's the same with Alexei. He fucking broke this, he broke that, and he's still not the same Alexei. JF Caron blew out fucking both of his knees. This game will get aware on you, and like it's Brian Shaw said it best a long time ago. I'll credit him on that. Is that he goes, you will make it as strong as you want, and you will achieve your goals if you can last long enough to get there.
For sure.
And it's like, so that's just being smart.
Well, and it does go to show. Like, he's obviously, excuse me, Brian Shaw has been in the game for a very long time.
Ever.
Like, no matter how much I talk shit about Brian Shaw, I do have to give it to him that he has been in the game for fucking ever. He has watched stars come in, take titles, and go
just
and
fade away,
never come back.
Fade away and never come back. And he's always there.
He's always been there. Like, even after his, I'll never forget it, even after his hamstring tear at the Arnold in 2020.
Yep.
He came right the fuck back next year because he went out, got the help, fucking took it easy, didn't do any other shows, and was like, I'm done with shows.
Yeah.
Until the next Arnold. Gives him a full year of recovery.
Yep.
That way he can literally ease back into it because he was looking at the long game, which
always
makes sense to me.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't look at that though. Like, you know, especially nowadays, everything's now.
Yeah.
I want to go from what I am right now.
It's that instant gratification that always fucking catches people.
I want to be a couch potato eating Fritos as I'm watching this dude on TikTok fucking looking jacked. And I want to be that in 3 months. How much gear do I got to take? How much of this? It's unsustainable. It's impossible. And it's like, even if you do reach that goal, it's unsustainable. Like, you had a blimp of a time that's what you were, and it's gone forever.
And also, why the thing that always fucking makes me laugh about people like that because there is kind of a quick pill, right?
Yeah.
There is. Like, there is ways to fucking manipulate the body to where it fucking sheds. Like, keto is one of them. The thing that I love the most, that I talk the shit the most, is that all of these people who, like, win the lottery, right?
Yeah.
They make these millions of dollars, and then they're broke in 3 years.
Easily.
Why do you think that is?
Because they have no foundation built behind it.
Because there's no pride in making the money into that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as people who shed all of the weight super fast, right? They shed all of this weight, or they get fucking huge and jacked.
Yep.
But they missed all of the steps along the way to where it teaches you how to do that, right?
Yep.
You know how many times I've failed in business?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still failing in business. Like, I'm doing my fucking best, but there's so much that I learn on a daily basis because even though I'm making very well for myself and my family, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't be where I was at without all of the steps in between, the rises, the falls, the fuck ups, the done wells. Like, that's what the difference between me, who is going to make millions here in the next couple of years, compared to somebody who got handed to it during the lottery.
Yeah, I agree. No, 100%. It's that lingering sting, and like, you know,
and also you take more fucking
you
pride
do.
in it.
You take pride because you appreciate it. I mean, as much as you go the old school saying, like, you actually appreciate it, but you can't appreciate it without that long lasting sting. It's like you get arrested for something, and like you got the mommy and daddy bails you out. You never had to deal with anything or anything, no probation. It's when you do something, an act of impulsiveness, like
or entitlement,
and then all of a sudden, like months and months later, when you're in a different mindset and everything else, and you're still dealing with the consequences from that, that's when it's that lingering sting of like, fuck, dude, I never want to do that shit again. So like you never, or you appreciate it, or like if you have a vehicle that's fucked and you make it to work, and then so when you finally get a new one, it's like, holy shit, I don't have to stop at every other light and fucking spray starter fluid on my shit to fucking do it. Like, it actually makes it to work. You're gonna take care of that fucking car. But if you get a brand new one and then all of a sudden it breaks down and you go buy a brand new one, you don't appreciate vehicles. You don't take care of them. You don't do anything.
You know how many times I went to jail before I actually went to jail? Yeah. Like, I went to jail quite a few times before I actually stayed.
Like, before you stay,
jail.
it's just 90, like a couple hours and shit. And
I'll
like,
never forget it. When I landed in jail, my mom was like, I can get the money together. I can bail you out. Like, we can get this happening. And I was like, no, leave me in here. I was like, I'll never forget. It was the first fucking phone call that I had that went through.
Yeah.
I was like, no, leave me in here. I need to learn this lesson. I need to move forward with my life instead of staying in the same spot.
Yeah.
Guess how many times I've been to jail since then?
Yeah, 0. Never been back.
You know how many times I fucked up the way that I did that?
Yeah.
Fucking zero.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And people don't have that nowadays. Like, everything's always a fucking... It's just always hidden on the rug, or let's say some bullshit excuse, and like people just let it go. It's all woke bullshit.
It is. So, well, and like it's okay to have an expectation of being something more than yourself, right?
Yeah.
I thought for the longest time, and this was a goal of mine, I was actually thinking about this on the way to the gym today. Mm-hmm. The whole goal of mine since I started training strongman was to hit 1,000-pound deadlift before I was 30.
Yes.
I'm 30.
Yes.
I have not hit 1,000-pound deadlift.
Yes.
But you know how much my deadlift has gone up since I started?
Exactly.
300 fucking pounds.
That's what I mean. So,
300 fucking pounds. Yeah. That's nuts. And that's been in 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years. I mean, people are still deadlifting the same. So they can't deadlift what they used to lift 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They're trying to like just scrape back to what they did at one time.
And guess what? If I hit another 300 pounds, I will be fucking breaking that cusp in another 4 years. And I expect that.
Yeah.
I expect to hit 1,000 pounds before I die. Period.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it's just like, we scrolled way the fuck off on this one. But
that's what we do. If you're a part of this podcast family, you know this. So you're listening and you're like, that's just the boys.
We're definitely no squares by any means. We don't stay on a topic for too long.
Never.
But we always get back to it.
Yeah. But anyway, so.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So Mitch took one.
Hold on, let me add this one little point before we do that. The whole reasoning behind this whole 30-minute conversation.
Go ahead.
Was, I believe that Mitch can continue to run this. The only thing that I see is because of the amount of comps that he's been doing, I've now seen it over the past 3 or 4. And these are little details. They don't come out and openly say this. I'm a nerd. This is all I watch. Like, this is what I do. But I have seen it in multiple interviews, multiple videos, so forth and so forth. At the last few years, he's had this little bit of fucking niggle and this problem in his lower back. And he even said to himself, he goes, there's days that I'll come in and I can't even pull 800 pounds. And then all of a sudden, like, give it a rest and whatever, boom, I can do what I got it to do. And he even said after the end of the Rogue, like, he had to push it, like, to get himself through this. So it's like, now that he knows this, I hope that he takes that break. And now you're at that level. So it's like, do 1 or 2 shows a year. Take some recovery. Take some time. Because if not, he's going to end up like everybody else. And he's going to get one of those injuries that, like, you never quite come back from.
The only thing that I would say that is different between Mitchell Hooper and all of the other guys in the league is Mitchell literally could be his own fucking trainer. He is so incredibly intelligent with all of the movements, all of the functions, all of the, like, dieting, like
everything.
He hires a coach because he knows that a coach can push him a little bit farther.
Absolutely than himself. Yes.
But Mitchell is hands down the smartest man in strongman when it comes to
he's the most educated in the physical anatomy of the body.
There's a reason why when you look at him 5 years ago compared to now, 5 years ago he was just like you and I.
Yeah, skinny little dude fucking playing golf and running marathons and shit.
Yeah, literally running marathons.
Yeah, and doing some strongman on the side.
And now he is literally among the greatest of all time.
He literally is. He's
and I don't give a fuck what you guys say about Mitchell Hooper. I'm going to put this on record right now. He will be one of the greatest of all time, period. He will be, if he can continue to stay like this and not be super bad injured, he will be the next Puchanowski.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I don't know if he will, only just because he's so different. Like, Marius was one of those, like, savage of savages. But, like, he did those things just to prove a point.
He did.
Mitchell doesn't care. He just does it because that's what he wants to do.
Puchanowski had that grit.
Like, that grit of, like, fuck you. Where Mitchell's just like, hey, brother, like, this is what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life. And, like, next year he could retire. You know what I mean? That's just, like, Mitchell's attitude of, like, like, this is dope, but guess what? I'm going to be a dad. I'm good.
But, see, and I just... It is also like Chris Bumstead too. Like Bumstead got his 6 years in.
Yeah,
Olympia, Mr. Olympia, all 6 years, and then he was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good.
Granted, he's got one more. He wants to do a pro show to see where he lands in that.
Well, now he's owning like Gymshark and shit. So motherfuckers, like he's got enough on his plate.
He's doing
but like the same thing. Like it's a different drive aspect, and but I agree. Like on an athletic point, if that is what Mitchell decides to do. Absolutely, 100%.
Makes sense.
He'll be a GOAT.
Yeah.
He'll be the GOAT for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't see why he couldn't because he's still young.
Yep.
He's still
he's only fucking like 28,
Yeah.
29 years old.
Yeah,
he hasn't even hit his
I am.
30s yet. That's what I mean. He's still got easy if he chose to. Like he's still got at least like 5 years in him of like decency. That's only 35. That's like 33 quitting.
Man, with how smart he is, I could see another fucking 10.
I mean, if he wanted to, absolutely. If he wanted to, but if he keeps the role he's going right now, fucking he's already at 1. Like I say, he wins next year. So that's 29, 30. Yeah, he'd be retired and have his 5 titles, and he's like 33, 34.
I just like to say that because I see it so many times of how people are like, Mitchell Hooper is ruining the sport of strongman.
No,
blah, blah,
no,
blah.
he isn't.
It's like,
He's innovating
no.
it,
This
and
has
like-
literally always been the thing.
It has been. He's just innovating it.
He's just doing his own thing, and everybody bitches about like how Shaw used to move his shit to
it's
like
true.
correct it,
It's
and everybody
true.
bitched, but
And
he's
now everybody
4
does
times
it.
world's strongest
and
man.
everybody does it now, don't they?
Weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's an innovator. So, yeah, good job, Mitchell.
Yeah. So on to second, Hafthor Bjornsson.
Which, yes, and it was actually a tie. So I would have to I did see I saw the points.
Was
Players-
there a count back though?
No, they did a straight, and that was
It
the only
was
thing.
just straight.
It was
points.
a straight.
So
point.
yeah. So technically tied for second was
Thor and
Tom Stolman and
Thor.
thank you. I got a little thing in my throat there. Yeah, they tied for 44 points, which is crazy. Their tie was 10 points under Mitch.
Yeah, no, Mitchell.
That's how much he fucking destroyed this competition.
So Mitchell technically only had to get past the first implement to win.
Right.
He won it the second he did the fucking kettlebell.
Yep.
That was it. But
Yep.
then if you watch his stuff, he was talking about it on his playback. He's like, I wanted it to be fun. And he's like, it's the last season. And he's like, it's the last event of a season. I'm going to take months off. And then he's like, I want it to be fun. I wanted to push Hafthor. So then he went into the dumbbell. He saw the dumbbell was doing that. And then he's like, yeah, then we went into the axle. And then he was like, I didn't need to finish anything. But the only thing was, and that's what he said. He goes, this is where the problem comes. And that's, again, these are the stupid things that, like, hopefully in his longevity, he knows now. He goes, I didn't need to do any of that. He's like, but for the sake of the show and as a showmanship and as a fan, I appreciate the fact that he went and he finished this whole fucking run ill as shit. But he, and I haven't heard this update yet to see if he did anything to it, but he partially tore his bicep on that very first fucking axle and on something he didn't need to do. And then he turned around and finished the second axle. But it was like, it was purely showmanship. But at the end of the day, as we get longevity into these sports, it's like those things could pay, you know what I mean? Pay a dividends later on in his career. So,
And we'll just have to see because, like, when he went through the whole thing, it was one of those things where everybody was just like, okay, this makes sense. Like, he's done for the year.
yeah. And
His next show is the Arnold, which is March.
Yeah, months away.
So, I mean, just look at this. How consistent.
Yeah, and that's the biggest, and that's the game. And, Martins used to fucking preach this and all of his stuff. You don't need to win any events. And if you watch Martins, another world-class fucking GOAT strongman, he
used to be. He hasn't been.
Yeah.
For a while.
Lately, he hasn't been, but on his road to comeback. But like in his day, he'd always say that. Like even the Rogue, when he won the Rogue or he won the Arnold, he didn't win any of the events until like maybe the last event, and that was just a cherry on top. It's because he's placing second or third. Well, other guys are winning events and then placing sixth, fucking doing this, doing
And that's
that.
what Hafthor did.
And that's what Hafthor did, and that's what a lot of us do. Fuck, I still do that shit. It's like you don't play the game. Like sure, if you can win it, fucking of course, go for it. But at the end of the day, if you're placing second, if you're staying on that top 3 through all of them, guess what? You're in the top. You're in the top 3. And if everybody fucks up, you're winning the show. So, and that's the thing. Mitchell is just so beyond consistent.
He's
always,
in the top 3
every fucking
of
event.
every event. Always.
Always.
And that's literally what fucking wins.
Yep,
So
that's what
with with half Thor, I think that if he wouldn't have done so bad on the grip and press, which his grip has never been the greatest.
No.
I was expecting it to be a lot better this time around just because of he trained powerlifting for so long.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be much better than this. But
Yeah. I agree. His grip isn't the greatest, and it's not. I don't even think it's 100% his grip. He's never been, and that's the biggest thing. And he starts saying it just like fucking Shaw did when Alexi started coming in, and the reign of like the real static freaks of Zydrunas and Brian and all these guys, Eddie Halls, Pritchett's, and then when Alexi started coming in and Mateus, these really fast guys, but they were fucking quick, and they were killing them on yokes and all these medleys. Thor was talking about that in his after thing about like he's like, I gotta get faster, and I've heard those exact words come out of Brian's mouth and stuff. They got the static strength, they're not that quick,
right?
Fucking Mitchell has great grip, and like, but he sprints, like he outruns his grip. He doesn't need the grip because it's like it's only gonna take me 9 seconds.
If I can pick it up
for
I'm
9
gone.
seconds, like we're good because he's at the athleticism behind him. And then his biggest flaw, though, Thor's is his press. His press it's better than it was at fucking Strongest Man on Earth for sure. I didn't think he'd even get the first axle. When he walked up to it, I was like, I knew he would get the dumbbell and the kettlebell. But when he walked up to that first axle, I was like, I don't know if that's going to go. And and he got it. And then he got somewhat close-ish to the last one, that 420 fucking axle.
Yeah.
But so it's improving, but his press is nothing. Where, obviously Mitchell's and everybody else's are just fucking stupid top tier.
Yeah.
So
with him doing so bad in that one, if he would have
he took dead last in that event.
Yeah.
Dead last 10th.
If he would have done a little
even
bit
if like
better.
midway.
Well, it wasn't 10th. It was 9th.
Oh, did he? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he did take 9th. I'm sorry. Tristan Hoth. That's right. Oh, yeah, because Tristan couldn't get past the fucking the first one.
Yep.
That's right. I'm sorry. So, yeah, he took 9th. Either way, go from a first to a fucking 9th.
And then back to a first.
Then to a first. Yeah, that's what I mean. And then a second. And then it's good. And then to a fourth. And then to a fifth.
Yeah.
Where Mitchell's is just like in that top three. 1 through
2,
3. 1,
2,
2,
2, 3,
1,
1,
3,
2.
2. Like, it's like, dude, at the end of the day, like, you're going to place.
So neither of us got that one.
Nope.
I was definitely expecting Thor to come in third. You were as well.
Yep.
Tom, he's been extremely consistent throughout the entire thing. Not sure what happened with his deadlift.
He's
got more in the tank.
Yeah,
on that.
so he's been going through a back injury, and I know he got a back injury, and then he fired his coach. So both Stoltman brothers always had the same coach for their entire years. Last year,
who was his coach?
God, I've said his name.
Also, who? Okay, so the biggest meme that's going through World's Strongest Meme right now is that Big Laws is out of a job now.
Oh, really? Oh, no, it wasn't Big Laws. No, it was.
I didn't think it was
Dan something. He's a British dude.
Oh, okay.
Dan something. It has been both the brothers since they started.
Okay.
And last year, fucking Luke fired Dan and went with Shane German from MST. And then after SMOE, Tom fired him and went with this new coach. And his coach isn't even he's a strength and like, he's like kind of like that Squat University kind of guy. He's a
very technical.
Yeah, very technical. He's not necessarily an actual strongman coach or anything like that, but he's a huge coach. And Tom hired him 3 weeks before the competition. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, and so he did. And he said the biggest thing was recovery we focused on in my endurance. And he goes, so he's like, I'm beyond happy about the fact that like everything we worked, I turned around and won. So Tom won that fucking
the
power drive thing. Like he's like my conditioning, I couldn't have done that shit 3 weeks ago.
Right.
He's like, so I'm like, pleased with my coach. He's like, but I'm still working because he's been doing nothing but recovery for his back. So he's like, I haven't been deadlifting. So he's like, I was happy with that as a raw deadlift. Yeah. Like, so fuck it. So so yeah, that was what was going on with his deadlift. And then the grip and press, he did pretty good. I was expecting him to do a little better than that, since like from what his training vids were to what he did on the platform. I was actually a little shocked that he placed where he placed. And then the stones, He's the king of stones. But he fucking, and you can watch it too. Like, he didn't fucking, like, if you watch Tom go up to, like, the way he does the stones in the British Strongest Man or even World's Strongest Man, he just fucking just like, yeah. Like,
he literally just picks it up to his hips
just
and then
yeets it,
shoves
and
it
then
over,
and then like the second he yeets it, like he like is already placing his hand as his body's moving to the next stone, like because that confidence behind it.
Yeah.
Where if you watch him at the Rogue, he literally sat and like he lifted it and then stood right there and like made sure that it stayed, and then he moved over. And then he did the next stone. It was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, get moving. Like, grab that fucking stone and yeet it like you do.
Yeah.
And sure shit, like, that's why he lost it. Like, it's like, so, like, I saw that as soon as I watched it, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And apparently he said that, like, yeah, it was something that he was worried about in his back when he was lifting. And then, yeah, the rest of it, like, he did pretty decent. So yeah, I was a little sad because I am a big Tom Stoltman fan, and but of course I am Mitchell and I also am Thor. But I just knew at these lines of events, like Thor wasn't going to take it yet.
So getting into the fourth spot, technically fourth.
Yeah.
Evan Singleton, we both had him taking fourth.
Cool. Okay.
So that.
Oh, Evan.
I think Evan is doing an amazing job. I think he is literally super consistent in his shows.
Great. He's getting better and better and better.
He is getting better
and better.
I can see him taking first in some big shows here within the next couple of years.
He's won Giants like 5 fucking times.
Yeah.
But now he's at that level where now he's winning all these bottom level ones like Britain's, Giants Live, which are still, fuck, if we won one of those, we'd lose our shit.
For sure.
But at the tier that they are. So now he's in that level of like, he's always in the top 5 of like the biggest shows, World's Strongest Man, Arnold. So he's right there. Like at any moment, like these guys can't put him down anymore. Like they have to worry about him now.
Yes. He is definitely one of those guys that they do have
to pay attention to.
They have to
like
pay
it's not like
attention
whatever, he'll stay in the back of the pack. Like no, they're like
he's gonna do his little fucking T-Rex shit.
Yeah, no, he's been staying
his
super calm and like no, like even Mitchell said it on a couple of things. He's like, no, I have to keep an eye on what the fuck he's doing now.
Yeah.
Like I have to actually pay attention to him as a fucking person. So no, Evan that's fucking awesome. So Evan, just keep doing what you're doing, stay injury free, and fucking
as long as he gets just a smidge stronger,
and that's it, and that's what I mean. And he looked big as fuck at the Rogue, like even paired to Worlds, he was thick as fuck.
Like, do you remember when we met him at OSG? Mm-hmm. He looked fucking big.
He's huge as fuck.
Looking at him then and looking at him
Rogue?
now.
Oh, dude, he probably put on like 20 pounds. Like literally, he looked more like strongman. Because like when we saw him at OSG, fucking, he's still like he's a pretty fucking structured dude. Like he's pretty lean.
He's a big guy. He's very body weight proportionate.
Yes, yeah,
for sure.
And he walks pretty lean for a strong, like a world
But
strongest
now
man.
He has got a little more of a little belly.
He's got the power belly,
but and he's not as fucking defined.
No,
but he is still. Like he could be a fucking bodybuilder if you really wanted
easily,
to.
And that's only because he's bulking for a comp. They go into comps bulked the fuck out. Like where they walk around normal the time, like they're a lot leaner.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I just remember seeing him on the plate. I was like, dude, that he's getting thick as fuck. And like, so yeah, Evan, hang in there, like brother, you're gonna be there in a year.
So this is where you and I both fucked up. We both had Bobby taking 5th.
Yeah, Bobby
dropped the ball.
I know he did.
Bad.
I know he did. He has in the last few comps.
I know. And it's tough. I haven't talked to him since this, and I don't want to talk to him until he fucking cools down because I know exactly how he is. Like after being coached by him for so long and talking to him kind of more on a personal level, I know kind of his temperament.
Yeah, for sure.
I guarantee that he is really fucking upset with this.
Of course he is. Of course
he is. I always see Bobby as doing better than what he does because in his training he is so fucking consistent.
And that's the thing.
Like on a training day, he would be top 3 no matter what.
And that's a big thing. And I mean, we see that even as us.
As local or as local into lifters. That next tier.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the problem is like, I don't know if it's a programming thing, a mental thing. I don't know. Because we're all the same. When I think for most of us, when we go into a competition, like, yeah, we all want to win, but the biggest goal is to just do what we've done in training or better on our best days. And when you do that, you're fucking ecstatic. It's like, bro, I've never pulled 4. I pulled 4, but I lost. Fuck it. That was a PR. I'm fucking ecstatic. But when you like, it's like in training, I was consistently doing 4, and then all of a sudden you do 2 in the comp. That's when you're just like, oh my God, fucking gun to the face. Like, you're just so mad. And it's like, and then some trainers, like you see them and like, they're able to put it together like that. Those comp PRs. And it's been a minute actually since I've done that. I feel like the last few fucking competitions I've done what Bobby does. Fucking training is unbelievable.
I definitely have to agree with that, especially at OSG last year.
Yeah.
Because watching you climb into a peak, I was like, oh, top 20 for sure.
Yeah.
Top
dude,
20.
for sure.
I didn't expect you to hit top 10 just because those guys are...
Yeah, they're another level.
They're another level.
Yeah.
Like, they have been competing at OSG for the last 10 years.
They're the top 10 for the top 10. Like, they're always there. And, like, yeah.
But watching you go into that, and then there was so many just, like...
stupid things. It was
hiccups.
Just, yeah. It was like, what the fuck?
Where,
dude?
like, even when it came to the sandbag...
Yeah, fucking
drag.
Thing falling over. And, like, it's like I've completed this thing so many fucking times. And that's what I mean. And then...
And it's just the transfer to a game day where I feel like...
Yeah.
From a third-party perspective, Bobby is lacking in that.
Exactly. Putting
translating
it together
it to,
on that day.
Yes. Translating it to a competition day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that he may be looking for another coach. I think that might be something to do with the Laws thing.
They're peeking them off. Does he run with Laws?
I thought he did.
I didn't know. I don't know who he trains for. I honestly don't.
I thought he did. He's normally around Laws.
Okay.
I think.
Because the only thing about Laws I know, like I follow.
Don't put me on the record by stating that. I think. I don't. Even though he's my coach, I don't talk to him about his coaches or like.
I wonder. Let's just look really fast. I'm just gonna check on his Instagram because everybody like puts like nutritioning by this.
Yeah.
See if he puts a coach.
He normally doesn't. What he does is he puts training gear by
That's
Cerberus.
right. God, he's a jacked motherfucker.
Dude, he's fucking so jacked.
Mouth guard coached by at Big Laws.
Okay.
Yes, right there. Coached, fueled, gym, choose. Like he does all of this.
Okay.
Yeah, coached by Big Laws.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy because Mitchell's his fucking coach and Andrea Thompson from the women who fucking smashed it. Like that's his coach. Like,
okay, I did see something about Andrea too. Who is she with?
What do you mean?
Isn't she dating somebody that's like also top tier?
She's like one of those single ladies. Because in her videos and stuff, she's
no way. No way. I could have swore that I just saw.
Yeah, no. From everything that I've ever seen on the channel, no, because she always like makes little comments and shit, like when they're at the gyms or something, and like there's some big bros around or something. She's always got something to say and everything.
Really?
Yeah, Andrea Thompson is funny as fuck. And but no, yeah, I don't think she's dating any of the like main people.
I could have swore I just saw something.
Yeah. Let's see.
She's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude.
Oh,
just kidding.
She's mistress.
I could have fucking swore I just saw something.
Yeah, and like I follow Big Laws, their channel, Laws and Liz, and they always are meeting up with her and shit. And
the only reason why I say that is because I literally could have sworn that I just saw her with a big name of them together, like dating. But I could be way wrong. Plus, I'm probably not going to find it because of all of her tags and all that shit.
Like for sure.
But
yeah, I mean, other than that though, like Laws's people are.
Who's that girl? The buff Hillary Duff, right?
Yeah, that's
Donna Moore.
Yep, Donna Moore.
That's funny.
Oh, Donna.
Yeah, she's a fucking monster, dude. She is so
these
fucking
chicks,
strong.
like, I'm not even shitting you. So I got to see Donna Moore. I got to see fucking Andrea Thompson. I got to see the two Brit chicks. I don't remember their names. The fucking I saw her. She's high fiving right there. And yeah, go back to that one.
Her here.
Whatever. Go back to that one where they had the page. Yeah. So I saw. Cara
Jardine.
Jardine.
Yep.
And fucking pretty much all them chicks. except for
Moore.
Bellevue. I've seen her in real life, but she wasn't there in Peacock.
I
But,
saw Peacock was at OSG last year.
Yeah, I never got to see her up in person.
Yeah.
Like, to get like a comparison.
Yeah.
So, like, let me tell you something about these chicks. These chicks, like, I don't stand next to them. Like, they put me to fucking shame. Like, they are big bitches, dude.
Oh my God, who was that?
Remember that chick?
That one girl that super fucking jacked. She was at she was at OSG. She was also at Nationals this last year.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her fucking name. But, yeah, like, dude, these chicks, like, if you're 220 90s like me or something, you think you big, dog? Like, go hang out with these chicks. Like, you will not stand next to them.
Yeah.
They will fucking out-angle you in a moment.
They don't even need to flex.
They don't. They just stand there, and they're just, they're like a fucking locals, like 275 guys.
It
like,
is the wildest. They're even stronger than the
and
bigger
they're
than
10
the
times stronger.
275s.
Yeah, and they're just, it's nuts how
Yeah.
big these bitches are. Like,
And it is the
oh
fucking
my
coolest
God.
shit ever because like
Dude.
looking at these females and then looking at like what we do, right?
Yeah.
Like, these girls are fucking
Dude,
huge.
they're
dude.
huge, bro. Like, literally, you don't want to take if you take a picture with them, like, try to out-angle them. Like, they will fuck you over.
Yeah.
They're big.
They're big.
And
It's
even
fucking
like the
cool.
lean ones, like, like Sam Bellevue and fucking Peacock. Dude, their delts and shit, like, they're so fucking huge. Like, I'll never forget the first time I sat next to, I sat in the IV trailer with Hannah Cold Iron.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like, can you not sit so close to me right now?
Also, and
she's
Hannah-
like a 64, in case.
Yeah.
She's a small group chick.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, damn, dog.
They're all fucking sitting there like
Like rolling up my sleeve and shit, pulling up the pant leg a little bit so the quad comes out a little bit. Cause like it's no joke. Like it's super respectful. Like you see them on TV and you don't, whatever, they're a girl and that's super strong. But it's like, no, dude, like they're big. Like
there's
fucking,
a reason why they're at that top level.
There's a
for
reason.
sure.
Like they're
because
fucking
like
solid ass athletes.
solid ass.
Dot.
He got stuck on that ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are fucking absolute
They're huge.
savages.
They're
like there
savage.
is a reason why they are competing at this level.
Yeah, they're crazy.
And
They're
it's
crazy.
funny to see like the local level girls where they're just like, a lot of them are kind of like that pretty,
Still
but
the
strong,
girl, like, yeah.
and still very feminine.
Exactly. Like a big CrossFitter. Like she's a thick CrossFitter.
Even then, though, have you seen Danny Spiegel?
I've never seen a CrossFitter in real life.
Danny Spiegel is fucking.
I bet they are. I
crazy
guarantee
to
they
be
are.
next
Those
to.
turtle shells and like I guarantee it. Like after seeing, because you kind of see them on TV, like oh okay, they kind of
Yeah.
look similar build. So once I saw these chicks in real life, yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing these like
Yeah.
professional chick ones in real
Yeah.
life. It's like, dude, your lats are bigger than mine, homie. Like what
It's
the
intense,
fuck?
dude.
It's crazy. It really is. It's wild. So yeah, mad respect to them.
Oh fuck.
What?
Okay, so we're gonna get back
yeah,
into
yeah,
this.
yeah.
All right, so
We both said Bobby for 5. Who took 5th?
that's
Luke Stoltman. Okay,
Luke
so- yeah.
is 6th of what you have.
I have him in 6. Okay.
I have Thomas as 6th.
Thomas Evans.
Thomas Evans is 6th.
And who took 6? Thomas
Thomas
Evans.
Evans.
Nice job.
So I'm 3.
Yeah, you've won.
Not yet. So Thomas Evans did a lot better than I was expecting him to, but I also expected him to take 6th.
Yeah.
He has been extremely consistent in these last
consistent.
shows, even
Yeah.
though he fucking got dead last on the invert and the power drive.
Yeah.
Thomas is one of those guys that as soon as he learns how to be consistent in a competition,
That's it.
it's over.
It's over.
dude.
He's so strong too. Like he won the fucking the grip and press.
Yeah.
Yeah, his pressing power is stupid. And
His pressing power is
it's
stupid.
stupid. It's stupid.
He is literally a fucking Josh Rigg.
He is. He's a Joshua Wig. Yes, I 100% agree. He's just so fucking like explosive and like just powerhouse. His deadlift is stupid. Like
Yeah, not exactly. I wouldn't say explosive, but I would say determined.
yeah, or just determined. I guess is a good way. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because he's not like a
No,
quick,
yeah,
fast
no,
guy, right?
no,
but
he's
he's one
just
of those guys where,
so
like,
powerful.
if he gets a quarter of the way into it, it's going
Oh,
through
I agree.
because he will literally just sit there and fucking power.
It's true,
And
It's
that's
true.
how Josh Rigg is. Like
is
Josh,
so true.
one of our teammates,
Joshua.
Joshua, he's not fast, But he is
so much
fucking
power.
just determined.
There's so much power behind that.
And there's an amount of grit in there too, to where like you don't see that with a lot of athletes of where they're just willing to fucking do it no matter what.
Yep.
Like fuck the rest of the competition.
Yeah.
I'm fucking getting
Finishing
this one.
rap. I agree.
So he took 6th. 7. We both had Matt.
Did we? Okay.
Matt Rag.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So
yeah, Matt Rag did great. He's still getting up on the scene. He's just like, getting used to these big boys and being able to do this more consistent and just that consistency. So hang in there. He's going to be another. I see him like next year, definitely be in the top 5 shooting for that fucking podium. But the next couple of years after that, he's going to be a top contender.
Yep.
So,
and then let's see here. 8th place, we got Bobby Thompson. We were obviously both wrong with that.
Yeah.
You had Thomas Evans. I had Tristan Hoth.
Yeah.
We were both wrong with that. Next up, in 9th place, Pablo. You had Pablo.
Oh, yeah, I got 9th. I got Pablo.
That was a quick little switcherooski.
Nice.
You got that one.
And then we had...
And I had Luke. And then you had Hoath.
Wait. So what does that put us at?
4 and 4.
4 and 4, homie.
4 and 4.
Draw.
Fuck! I thought I was going to get my 20 back from the fucking...
No.
The last one that we did.
I know.
Damn, I was looking good there for a minute.
You were too. I was like, shit, it's over.
So with Pablo, I think that he has a lot of work to do when it comes to static.
He's just, that's exactly it. If they do a lot of medleys, like when they do, like, because some of the shows, they do lighter weights and they just expect it to be more of like a race and more of a show. A lot of times in Giants Live, and that's where he does the best, is in the Giants Live, because it's a little lighter, a lot of medleys, and they want him to move fast. But these big shows, man, like they expect you to do both. Like you need to move, and then they have some super static fucking events where it's like you just need to be a savage, and he just isn't quite there. I mean, but if you look at his frame compared to the rest of them, he's big. He's 6'3" or what, 6'5".
I think
he's a big motherfucker. He's just like, but his frame like keeps him very athletic. But I mean, I think it's just to a degree. He's going to need to start slowly putting on that strongman weight. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's like 5 kilos a year, like, 11 pounds, like just slowly starting to build up that static, and he can still move. Like, even like, like same like we were talking about with Evan. Like, if you saw Evan from his first years, a lot leaner, a lot smaller, and he's just gotten thicker over the years, slowly and slowly. Yeah. Or like a huge one is a great one is, Bish Bash Bosh, fucking Adam Bishop. He was so fucking skinny in the early ones, and then just year after year, just thicker. He
is literally like thicker, you can watch. If you put him in picture, you can watch his traps just fucking.
Yeah, and his strongman belly just gets like thicker and thicker and thicker, and it's just like he's just statically getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like, and that's just Pablo. I mean, he's still one of the greatest in the fucking world, and he's right there in the top fucking 10 of the people.
Obviously,
in the world.
He's top 10 of the world right now.
And this is an invitation. You have to get invited to this shit. So, like, he's still one of the best in the world, but like, it's just he just needs to put on the size.
And I feel like it's kind of the same thing with Tristan as well.
And Tristan's same. He's coming from OSG, like he's playing with the big dogs. Now.
Tristan went from technically world's strongest man in weight classes. To now you're fucking with people that just it's outlaw, right? It's unlimited.
It really is. Like, and that's just, it's a whole nother game. Like, these guys are just fucking savages. That's why they are where they are.
Yeah.
And the shit that they like toss around for fun is like shit you normally peak for. And that's just something they got to get used to.
Now, the only thing that I have to say about this whole wager that we did, if we want to run it back and we not have a tie, we do numbers on who won. 10 through 1, right? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, going down, right? So since I got Mitch, I got 10 points. Since you got Singleton, you got 6 points.
I see what you're saying.
If we want to make it to where we don't ever have a tie.
You ever play cards with somebody and they're losing and they're like, well, technically, we should just play it like this. Let's just play it like this.
Okay, but what fun is a tie? I'm just saying, What fun is a tie?
I'll give you your $20.
Good, because I need it.
Yes.
I'm not saying for this one because we didn't have that rule, but
That's
I
so
am
funny.
saying like leading.
That's
on
a
forward,
good idea, though. That's
because
a good point.
we do bet on the entire field.
We do the field, but that's a good point, though. Just like they would do it in a contest. So that's a good point. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, so
That's a
that
good
way,
idea.
like running on here forward.
So then it's like, so what? You get whoever gets the most points out of the entire field. That's a good point. I like that. Though.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Okay.
So we'll do that from now on.
I like
first place, like obviously, first place gets
10,
the last
9.
amount of points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on and so forth.
Yeah,
so
10, 9, 8,
let's
7,
do the
6.
fucking math here real
Yeah,
quick.
do the
So
math. No, that's good.
10, 6, 4, 3, 6,
So you got
3,
23.
2, 1. Right?
Yeah. So you got 23, and I got 6, 9. Fucking yeah. See, like you would have killed me in points.
9. Hold on. 9. Sorry. Yeah. 9, 11,
Yeah, like
12.
Yeah. So that's how you would have killed me in points. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a good way to
Because
do it.
even though we got the same amount of.
But yeah, but you're like the most important ones when you.
I'm
bet.
for it, dude, because
I like
like
it.
this
I
only
like
comes
that.
around every so often. So I'd say let's
I do.
let's
I like
do this
that.
moving
I didn't
on
even think
forward.
about that. I like that. Okay, we're gonna do it by points. You guys heard it. You're gonna
Heard
do
it
it by
here.
points.
And if you guys have your,
Bro.
if you guys want to put a bet in here,
What's up? We all got Venmo worldwide, homie. You
Venmo
can-
will. Also, I think we can put this on FanDuel,
Oh, there you go.
and we can talk to them and get bets going. Now that they've been betting on the election, which I made $400 fucking dollars on the election.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
I bet Donald Trump to win. I bet that the Senate and the House would be overran with Republicans.
Okay.
I fucking won all
That's
3 of
L.
those.
How much you put down?
60.
Oh, L. 400.
I bet $20 on everything.
Fucking $60 turning 400. Like
Yeah, I think it did come out to like $460 something dollars.
That's ill. That's ill.
Pretty cool.
So that's fucking rad.
Everybody
Yeah,
loves sports betting.
Dude, everybody
Let's
loves-
bet on strongman.
Seriously, we're gonna start all of this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So next time we do one of these to comps and stuff, we're gonna have you guys get involved in this. Start giving us your predictions and stuff.
We're gonna
And,
start putting out polls. And
yeah. And if
for
we can
you
get
to
it to
vote
where you
on
guys
the
can make
poll.
some fucking money, like fuck it, well, I'll pay you. You fucking beat me.
It's on.
That's just fucking like guessing to guessing. So
it's on.
I'm totally down.
So that is the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, it's the Rogue Invitational.
It was a good show.
It was all the way out in Scotland.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy news down the pipeline about Luke.
Have you guys heard about it? Tell us.
You guys are gonna have to go and do that yourselves.
Yeah, there's some wild shit going on in Strongman News.
Yeah.
I wish I had a newscaster button right now and a fucking.
Some fucking
Yep, exactly.
breaking news.
Exactly. I'm gonna get a button tie and like put it over here. Like,
We're not gonna go into that because
No.
that's literally people's personal lives.
It's super new and yeah, it's
Came out I think 5 hours ago, sitting right
Literally.
now. So
we could give you the most up to date news in Strongman,
but we won't.
but we won't. We're not TMZ. Okay.
We're not TMZ.
Yeah, we're not.
We love all these competitors
all of
for
them.
being competitors.
Yep.
We do have some personal beliefs on things that
Yes.
we won't exactly get into. However, none of them are pedophiles. So that's all that matters.
exactly. If this is pedophile shit, we'd be all over it.
Fuck, I don't know if we can say pedophile on YouTube.
I said I got nothing.
PDF file.
That's what we said. I was saying send your PDF files this way.
Yeah.
If you guys
For
want
the bets.
Yes.
Because it's legal to bet on PDF files.
Exactly. That's exactly what we said.
Yeah.
Nice. That was good. Nice. I couldn't think of anything. So good job. So stupid. That was so good.
Oh, fuck.
But outside of that, yeah, no, we're not gonna get up on that and shit. So, but hey, in the comments, if you think you know what we're talking about, fucking do that. See how I keep saying in the comments?
In the comments.
In the comments. In the comments.
Speak it into the comments.
Fucking say something, okay? So we just want to hear stuff. So, but yeah, so that was the Rogue, and then me and Austin are just chilling, doing our thing. Like we said, we're trying to get back into this, the norm. Like now that we're, life's a little bit more sustainable, and a little bit more normalish. And so yeah, we're gonna be here, fucking putting out some more content for you guys. So keep posted about all that shit.
Yeah, and we always say this, but we're going to try and get better about whenever we go out to shows or whenever we do stuff, taking more videos.
Actually, we are, because I didn't even tell you that. I got a new laptop, and it seems... Oh, let's go. And fucking, I got a MacBook, bro, and...
oh, fucking... Gay.
Nuh-uh, because it actually links with my phone, which is super ill. So like if I was fucking recording this right now, it's already all uploaded on my fucking cloud on my computer. So then I can start editing shit.
Well, we know who's going to be recording the rest of the podcast.
Actually I didn't think about it until we started shooting, because I just purchased it for schooling shit and work and everything. And it's pretty wild. Like, I don't really, like, I've never really fucked it here for you boys and girls getting off work. Well, it's fucking getting ready to go to bed.
I got a game of Fortnite I got to play after this.
Oh,
so,
do you?
yeah.
Ooh, ill. Get that shit.
Yeah, my coworker is really big into Fortnite.
Okay.
And so am I, and I just re-downloaded it. Sick. I've been getting down. Got like fucking 3 victory royales or battle royales.
Really?
Oh, dude,
That's good.
Let me tell you right now, when it comes to Fortnite, there's nothing that can stop me because I get that fucking money. No, like, Fortnite is one of those games where I don't know if it's because I'm so good that I'm fucking up like 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Call of Duty, not that great.
Okay. I'm pretty okay. I only played Fortnite when it first came out. Like, I mean... literally before it became the craze years ago, and I played a few times and I got rocked.
I
And
also want to
rocked.
I want to specify that I play no build.
So
people can't build their little fortresses and shit.
See, that's I played that with fucking. It's like, what the fuck?
They're all of a sudden like 20 stories up,
and they're
like,
just like grenading me, and like I can't even. And I get lost in their little fucking house of fun, and like I'm just fucked. And so I stopped playing that. But like Call of Duty, I've actually won a couple rounds. But like Fortnite, I get fucking wrecked.
That's what happened to us in Vegas. We got lost in the house of fun.
We did. We got lost. We did.
That concert was nuts.
Bruh.
That concert was nuts.
So crazy. Well, we're both going through a fucking getting ready to have an aneurysm pop in our brains.
Oh my god, that was
literally fucking.
Whenever you guys wake up with a hangover, don't continue to drink and then go to a concert where the music is extremely loud.
Being in 115-degree weather.
Bro,
that was so hot.
After I went through all the pictures of us driving the Lamborghini, I totally forgot that on the mountain or on the highway of fire, it was 125 degrees up there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. In the town of Vegas, like with buildings and shit, like those buildings were reading like 110. We went out to Fire Valley and fucking it was like 120 degrees
on the ground.
On the ground, it is.
And we were, even though we were in a car.
Oh, dude. So
just
hot.
Because the top was down. I just remember when we got out of the highway of fire, we stopped at the gas station, grabbed some drinks.
Yeah.
We're heading to Lake Las Vegas, and I looked at you, and I was just like,
dude,
is it okay if I put the top up? And you're like, yes,
I was
please.
Like, please, and put that AC on right now. Like
we put the top up, cranked the AC, put on some fucking tunes, put it on course mode, and did the speed limit all the way there.
As civilians should. Law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens. But when we got into Mexico, we were pretty close to like 140 miles an hour.
Easily. Yes.
That course mode on that Lambo is fucking stupid, right?
Dude. Just stupid, bro. Literally, if you haven't been in a Lamborghini, like, you don't even know. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Like, you don't. Like, you think you know, but you don't know.
Yeah, and it also, like, don't compare your dad's Chevelle to a Lamborghini. The horsepower and the torque of a Chevelle is fantastic. I'm not downplaying muscle cars, but they have their place.
Yes.
Muscle cars are fucking sick. I love it. My favorite car, the one that I would love to have and that I will have one day, is a 70 Charger with a 440 big block.
Yeah.
My second up running is a Lamborghini Aventador LP500.
Yeah.
Like that. We had the Huracan. We had a Huracan Evo. And that SVO was sick.
Dude, just like ridiculous.
Like I look back at those videos and I still try to justify feeling myself back in that seat, but you don't feel it until you're in it.
Yeah, you don't really realize what it can do. And then like how like the biggest one for me, because I've been in a lot of like muscle cars. I've been in a lot of fucking like garage fucking turboed out cars that sink you in your seat and they fucking can't even like sit still and shit. Like this was so clean and just so much fucking force that it was just
the other thing.
It was like fuck.
The other thing too is that Lamborghini that we had was a rear wheel drive.
And rear.
It was not even one of the all wheel drives.
I couldn't even imagine it all. Like you would just suck.
Like that black the black Lambo that was in there when we went to go pick it up.
Yeah.
All of them were all wheel besides that red one that we got.
Dude, I couldn't even imagine because with that, sure, once you got the tires warmed up after a couple little peelies, oh, dude, you just stuck. Like it was a rubber band. It was just fucking gone.
Like us pulling out of the park, the highway of fire. The girl was so funny. She was an awesome. Older lady. I think she was like what, 58, easily, 60.
Fucking almost 60.
She was just like, "Hey, when you guys come through here, I'm gonna peek my head out and I want you to get it."
Get it. And then she let us know all the Rangers that were on point. She's like, there's 3 Rangers out there.
She's like, make sure you guys are doing your speed limit. The Rangers are out there. This is where they're normally posted up at. I was like,
so she let us know.
All right.
And then, when we came back, though, to check out of it, she's like,
you doing it? I was like, hey, yeah, I'm doing it.
It's so ill.
Dropped it down in neutral. Fucking.
Just paddle shifting. Just stupid. So ill.
It snapped the Speedo almost in a good solid 6 seconds.
Easily.
We were pretty close to, I would honestly say, getting out of the park, we were pretty close to 160.
Easily. That was crazy. Yeah.
Because even that one video, which I will not post on Instagram.
No. It's evidence.
Well, we were in Mexico, but.
It's true.
But that one video, we took a corner at 100 miles an hour, which wasn't a small corner, but it wasn't a big corner.
No.
We took that, and as soon as it leveled out, it snapped 160.
Yeah, like before we were even out of the corner, like we were doing, like it was gaining, like 125, 135. It was just like, oh my God, it was just tunnel vision. It's so fast.
And it's also so crazy because, like, I've done 180 miles an hour on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like my old R6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did a bigger back gear and a smaller front gear.
Yeah.
It was fucking fast.
Yeah.
180 miles an hour on a motorcycle.
It's crazy.
Is nuts.
Yeah.
160 in a car
is crazy.
For me, it was even wilder because it literally, the best way to describe it is a rocket on rails. Like, you know what you're going to do when you turn. It doesn't feel wrong.
And that's what's the beauty of that car, the artwork of those cars is just how, that it can handle something like that, but be so pristine and just like it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So.
Also, the amount of little fuckboys in their Chevy trucks that told us to do a burnout is fucking
crazy.
Does that thing do a burnout? These tires are worth more than your truck.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
It does not do a burnout.
Oh, I know those fucking dick bags. I love it. It's always the broke motherfuckers that ask to do peel outs because those dudes that pulled up in this old piece of shit like Chevy.
It was like a 90s Chevy Silverado.
Do a pull fucking burnout. We're like, no, dog. Like that shit's more expensive. These 4 tires those back 2 tires are more expensive than your whole truck. And we're like, all right. I've had that. You know how many people have had to do that when like I was jumping on my bike or something? Like, do a fucking burnout. And I'm like, you gonna buy my fucking back tire, homie? Like, fuck you, bro. Like that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
And like it's always the bitches that don't have it. They're like, oh, whatever. I'm like, dude, you don't even have any money. Like, shut the fuck up.
Here,
like, you don't own anything.
Why don't you give me $20?
Yeah.
Because I know that
even
it's not
$20.
in your fucking
Do you have
pocket.
$20? Like, give me $20 and I'll rever a little bit for you. Yeah, every time. I've done that so many times and they're always like the brokest motherfuckers. And it's like, and it gets back to that whole thing we were talking about before. You don't appreciate shit. You don't know what fucking value is. So,
and that car was hands down,
dude, gorgeous, absolute artwork. I will put that. Like after being in one, yes, I understand the craze about those cars.
Because I do remember when I talked to you about getting that Lamborghini, you were just like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I'm not, like, I'm more of a bike guy.
You're,
but, like,
you're definitely not a car guy.
no, I'm not.
I
like,
am.
Yeah, he's a total car guy. And, like, yeah, I love cars, but I'm not a car guy. And,
Like, I've driven a GT40. I've driven fucking a Skyline, an R34 and an R35. I've driven 800 horsepower fucking Honda Civics. I've driven some pretty fucking crazy cars.
Crazy shit.
When I did this, it was because it was my 30th birthday. My favorite car brand overall is Lamborghini.
Yeah.
When I did this, it was one of those kind of on a whim things. Mike and I were talking about what we could do out in Vegas that wasn't going to get us super fucked up, that we weren't going to fucking like lose our minds over.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. Like, let's just look what a rental on a Lamborghini was. And when he said $1,200, I was like, that's kind of expensive. But then we talked to him and he lowered it.
Yeah.
And then it got more expensive.
Taxes and all those.
Yeah, so we didn't know that Nevada had a luxury tax.
Yeah, so.
But I'm glad that we did it because...
yeah.
Because even Mike didn't drive the car once, only because it was on me. So like if Mike would have crashed it,
dude,
that would have literally fucking tanked my whole life.
Yeah, like it was like, this ain't no rental. Like, oh, I'll drive it to the King Supers. No, you don't touch this car. Like, and I was totally fine with it. But yeah, and again, like I said, ill as fuck. Hell yeah, I was so sick to see those cars, but I didn't appreciate what they really were. But the second we like drove it and everything else, like, I looked at it and was like, bro, good fucking job, because this was a life like thing. Like, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck.
Like, it was one of those things where when you sit in it, like these fucking people on YouTube that get these fucking cars and they just sit in a garage. It's honestly, it's disgusting after driving that thing. It's honestly disgusting that this artwork is literally just sitting in a garage, not being used.
It's built to fucking run, dude. Like, it wants to be ran. Like, and you're just fucking garaging it so you can pull it out and go up and down the strip a little bit, or down your old town and fucking me.
Well, and even the guy at the fucking
guy
rental,
said it. Yeah,
he was like, what? This was the funniest thing about that rental was like, he's like, what do you guys plan to do with it? And I was like, do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I remember saying that. I was like, you want me to be honest? He's like, yeah. He goes, I know the difference between a driver and somebody who is going to rent this to go pick up their boy to go to fucking dinner with.
Yep, and just strip it.
And he was like, you guys are fucking drivers. I was like, yeah, we're going to drive the fucking wheels
and
off
he
of this
loved
thing.
it because that's what they're built for. Like,
and I'll never forget it when he was like going through the itinerary of all the different places. He was showing us on map, like on Google Map, or on Google Earth, of where to go, and he was just like, all right, so this strip, this is where you hit it. He was like,
hit it here.
He was like, I can't tell you what to do. He was like, but keep it between the lines and give her the beans. And I was like, okay.
Rev it here, downshift here, like,
it
was so ill.
Dude, we went over, we're fucking kind of scrolling, but I don't give a fuck because I love this story. When we were on the Hoover Dam, I remember him fucking talking about this he was like, you guys are going to go down this little curve and come around. He was like, when you get about to right here,
you turn around.
He said, pull the paddle shifters in, it'll put it in neutral, and you fucking slam that throttle. He was like, make sure that bitch hits red light.
Yeah.
So we did that. He was like, what he said before we even did any of this, before we even got in the car, he was like, if you do that, it is going to echo through the entire canyon, and you will watch every little kid come out of there and get so excited. And what the fuck happened?
Exactly. I've never been in a vehicle or anything that has been more of a fucking neck snapper than that car. Like, everybody, I don't care who you are, you will stop to look at that car.
Yeah.
And the sound of that car, I don't care what you're doing, you're texting, you're on the phone call, you're going to be like, hold on. Like, just like to hear that car, it was like literally the thing was so ridiculous.
Like when we pulled up into the middle there, because we were following cops. Like there was cops posted up on the Hoover Dam because it's right on the border there.
Yeah.
As we were following them, I was like, this is a once in a lifetime kind of gig right now.
Yeah.
Like we got to, not once in a lifetime because I will own several of these cars, but when we were pulling up there, I was like, fuck it, dude, I don't care.
Yeah.
I pulled it in, fucking whoppa, whoppa.
So
Instantly, I saw everybody's phones fucking
me,
turn straight over.
Literally everybody, yeah.
And I saw all these little kids come out of fucking, I don't even know where the fuck they came
out
from.
under tumbleweeds.
They're just like,
yeah, literally. Like that shit is crazy, bro.
That's the reason why I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
Literally, because I'll never forget the first time I saw a Lamborghini Diablo, and I was just like, that is what I want.
Yes, yeah.
An old Diablo, like
old school.
Diablo, Countach, all of those old Lamborghinis is the reason why I just fell in love with it. And then I remember driving them on Need for Speed all the time. Those were my favorite cars.
Yeah.
So to get to drive that thing and to like those kids don't know it's a rental. Like most of the fucking people.
Most people had
know
no idea. We looked the part. Like they had no idea.
we looked like fucking assholes.
Dude, when we came out of the night after the the night after the concert, right?
Oh yeah.
Was
dude.
it when we had to return the car? And we came out like so hungover. We woke up, both of us on 3 hours of sleep.
We went to Fremont, so we took.
That's the night before the concert.
It was the night before the concert.
That's
so we
right.
took the car back to the hotel, dropped it off. We valeted it.
Yeah.
Because you have to valet a rental.
Have to.
So when they valeted it, we went in, we got changed, we went out to Fremont. The next day, Fremont was fucking nuts because
oh my god,
all we did was just drink.
That's all we did.
We didn't
mingle
do
and drink. We
anything?
didn't do anything. Walk up and down and fucking sweat and drink and mingle.
Yes,
that's all we did.
So we got trashed, and then we came back to the hotel, slept, and I think we got back to the hotel at 3.
Yeah, and then we were up
because Fremont is pumping, dude. There is so much shit going on in Fremont.
Yeah, and you don't even realize, and all of a sudden it's like fucking 3 o'clock. Like normal places, bars shut down at 2 o'clock. You know when it's like 1:30, you can just tell the vibe. It's like it's like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
no, like shit's still going. We're mobbing out, and it's fucking 3 a.m. 4 o'clock.
The performers fucking drumming and shit.
You're like, what the fuck? And you don't even realize.
Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah,
chugging a fucking tall boy, or we were getting fucking Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs. Like, so we just got so much Red Bull going through us, and like, so we're just getting it. And then it's fucking 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
We're like, we got to go back to the hotel.
So I think by the time we actually crashed, it was like 5 a.m. Like, it was fucking ridiculous.
Well, we needed to have the car back by, what was it, 11:30?
Yeah, 11:30. So we woke up, and I think we were stumbling out of the fucking hotel.
What we were planning on doing was dropping the car off and Ubering to Stadium Swim.
Yeah, the Stadium Swim.
Which also, if you guys haven't done that in Vegas, it's so much fun. Especially when you meet up with fucking boys from Colorado that are on their like bachelor trip.
We met up with some boys. We had a great fucking time.
So we all walk out. Mike and I walk out of there in our board shorts, our flippies,
dude, and bro tanks,
and
the entire time. Where's that fucking car? Where's the fucking car? Like just jerseyed out like motherfucker, and like, and you're so like hungover that like you're not even in your body, and like we woke up and immediately breakfast, fucking double Red Bull vodkas, like let's go, let's get the day going, and then we wanted to stumble.
Wait, what did we have for breakfast?
Red Bull vodka.
And that was it.
That was it.
Because I bought the vodka the night before at
and
the
we
hotel.
had to go, and you ran down to go get some Red Bulls, and then you came up because we both woke up and
what an idiot.
Yeah, and we were both just like we were like on 2.5, maybe 3 hours of sleep, and just still drunk, but you felt like shit, and you're out of it, and it was like. Dude, I need like sugar now to like.
I need some body sugar.
Yeah,
some,
like to
some
regain fucking something. And so we slammed those down, and like it's all bright as fuck. We got our big old bougie glasses on and shit, board shorts, fucking bro tanks, and flippies. And we're out to the fucking middle. People are just sitting there sipping on their Starbucks, and we're just like, "Hey, where's the fucking car?"
We're being total fucking assholes at this point.
Assholes.
Not like to other people, but just like in general,
loud.
like
just loud.
If you fucking saw us, you'd be like, these broke motherfucking just joke of bros. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I was like, where's my car?
Yeah.
I need the car. I need the Lamborghini. And all these people are like, oh, okay.
Literally, they all were sitting there and they're like, we're all being loud. And
so then you remember that blue McLaren pulls up. And this fucking nice little quiet Hispanic couple walks up and they get in their car. I was like, how you like that fucking car? Is that nice? Is that a 470? Like talking shit. Like I knew it was a fucking 720S. I was like, is that one of those 470s? Is that really nice? Do you guys like that? Like,
Just
all right, I might have been an asshole to them, but it wasn't on purpose. Like, I wasn't like,
No, we weren't dicks to anybody. We were just being obnoxious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so then all of a sudden the fucking red Lambo
Oh,
pulls
dude.
up.
Immediately, phones out, everything. else.
Everybody was just like, who the fuck is this
And
guy?
then they're like, "Oh, that's just a car, huh?" And I was like, "I fucking told you it's the car."
Yeah, where's
I was
the
like,
car?
"Oh, we were looking for the fucking car."
So we get in there. It took us about 10 minutes to get my
But
Bluetooth.
we couldn't get the Bluetooth. So then we're like sitting there dinking with the fucking Bluetooth. Oh my god.
Every 5 minutes, one rev.
Yeah, just make sure everybody
Clack,
made
clack,
sure,
clack, clack.
made sure. And then like, dude.
And as soon as we
Oh,
took off,
God.
we were like, okay, we don't have any time to go anywhere
No.
else except for up and down the strip.
Yeah, so we ripped this strip a couple times.
So we did. We stayed on the right lane
Yep.
because there was a lot of bros walking down the
Lot
strip
of
that were
bros
just
walking
like,
the
hell yeah, dude, give it a
yeah,
rev.
yeah. And that's what I mean. And people like it and it's fun, you know. Just like fuck it, we're having a good time, enjoying
I'm
it.
one of those guys that'll be like, hell yeah, let me hear it.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it doesn't cost anything other than a little bit of fuel.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, and that's how most people were. They were just like, fuck yeah, like rev that and blah blah blah. So we just hit the strip a couple times.
And then I'll never forget, and we have it on video of pulling up to the Trump.
Yep, and then we had to make a pit stop just to pull up to the Trump.
Because as soon as we pulled up to the Trump, luckily, this never happens, by the way.
No.
Valet is off to the left.
Yeah.
And then there's kind of a side lane up there where you're right up next to the fucking
The
doors.
front doors.
So I pulled up. I was like, Mike, get out.
Yeah.
Take a video of me getting out of this fucking car
Yeah,
because
yeah.
one, it's cool, and two, I look ridiculous getting out of this
Yeah,
fucking car.
Yeah.
Some 6'1" fucking 230-pound dude gets out of a Lamborghini. You're just like, who the fuck is this guy?
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's okay. Like, yeah, we fucking people thought we were like probably the Jersey Shore Cash or something.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, it was so much fun.
I got out of there. I looked around, and it was really cool because I looked at the Trump building, and it gives you that extra little bit of
Oh yeah,
intent
for sure.
on life.
For sure, for
So doing that, I was just like, yeah, this is the American dream,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
If you don't have the money to go buy a Lamborghini right now, and you can save up a couple of dollars, like you can go out, rent a Lamborghini.
Yeah, feel that life for a little bit, like
Because if you don't grow up, this is the thing too. If you don't grow up with it, you'll never know what the fuck it's
Yeah.
like. And I did not grow up around anything like that.
Yeah, no, not
I
at
grew
all.
up with trying to make enough money to have dinner.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
Literally.
I didn't know if some nights me and mom were eating fucking dinner.
Yeah.
So to get in the Lamborghini, to spend that money, to fucking have that lifestyle for a weekend, to feel like I was something more than what I am. And granted, I'm still the same person, but it gives you that extra incentive to be like, okay, this is fucking,
You're right.
this is
Right. You
doable.
get a little piece of it, a little taste of it, and it's like, this is what I deserve. I like this. I work
Yeah.
hard. I do this, and that's okay. You should do that, once in a while to understand what you're fighting for. And that's exactly how it felt. Like it was just like, this is sick. Like this is fucking ill as fuck.
It's a whole different feeling of once you get in that car. It's not about looking a certain way to other people. It's literally a feeling of like,
yes.
it's like a feeling of I did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Like, yeah, like we're doing it. Like we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like shit that people wish they could
Like
do.
I got here.
Yeah, exactly. Like we did this. Like we're just fucking blue collar motherfuckers. Like we're doing this.
Yeah,
So-
I'm definitely not afraid to tell anybody that it was a rental. Like it's definitely
No,
not
absolutely.
my car.
Yeah, because we had a few people like, oh fuck, what's that? I was like, I don't know, bro. It's a
Yeah.
rental, motherfucker. But-
I had a fucking company out in Fort Collins. I'm not gonna give them a name or a shout out because I don't want to put them in the dirt, even though they're. If I say anything about them, you guys might fucking put it together. But I had the owner of that company reach out and be like, "Hey, what's next with the Lamborghini? What are you guys doing to it?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was just like, "Hey, dude," because I'm good friends with the owner.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, dude, that was a rental." I was like,
Yeah.
that's not my car." He goes, "Oh, well, that car's fucking sick. Here's what we have right now."
Oh, ill.
And he sent me a fucking 1700 horsepower twin turbo
sick.
Huracan.
Sick.
Lime green. I was just like,
Ooh,
that's so cool.
that's
He's
really
like,
nice.
"Hey, if you ever want to come and hang out in the shop," he's like,
Yeah.
"Give me a call." I was like, "All right, I might do that."
That's
like,
dope.
It is cool because like it's a whole different tier of people
Yeah,
in that.
absolutely.
Like that is a whole different tax bracket.
It's a tax bracket
Like
thing.
when you are fucking with Lambos the way that you fuck with Honda Civics.
Yep.
That's a whole different meaning
Absolutely.
of just power.
100%. I agree.
Horsepower, I mean, like not.
No. Yeah, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
So
it was great. It was it was a blessing. It was fucking sick.
Quick little squirrel moment, but I just that was really fucking fun. That was really cool. I'm glad we did it. That was my 30th, and I'd have to say we did it all right.
We did good. It was fucking good.
But to get back to the whole thing, if you're gonna be drunk and then you're gonna go swimming and not drink water and you're gonna only drink alcohol, don't go to a concert afterwards because you will have the worst tension headaches of your entire fucking life.
While you're trying to mosh pit, too slaughter to prevail.
When you have to squeeze your head
literally
to feel some type of pressure.
Yeah. And not even with movement. The second you get excited, and it's just like someone literally smacked you in the fucking head with a baseball bat. I'm not even shitting you. Like that pain, so bad. It made me puke. The pain was so bad I had to run to the bathroom and puke. Mm-hmm. It was so bad from dehydration.
And me?
And just,
I puked because you gave me that fucking water with tea lemon
I had
shit.
to. So, I went to the fucking... We're sitting there jamming out, and then we saw Slaughter Prevail, and then Marilyn Manson, and then
Also,
Five Finger.
if you get the chance to watch Marilyn Manson
Dude, see him
concert,
live.
fucking do it.
Dude, I swear to God. Yeah, you will never be disappointed.
He is much better in person than he is on Spotify.
Yeah, his person act is unbelievable. But we were sitting there, and we came straight from the pool, 110 degrees in the wide open sun in the pool, drinking all day.
Literally, Mike caught me because I was in a corner by myself.
Lost him.
I had the water up to my nose right here,
Couldn't
just
even
trying to stay cool.
Yeah, it was that hot. Like, I mean, it was like unsafely hot. And then, we're drinking on top of it. Then, like, we grabbed a bite to eat, went to the hotel, changed, boom, went down in the lobby, went to the thing. And then immediately, as soon as we showed up, we went straight into the mosh. And our headaches were hitting. And then I went to the bathroom because I had such a bad headache. I was in the middle of it, and I was pissed because I missed a couple songs because I was like, I'm going to puke.
You got to go.
I was like, I'm sitting there moshing. My head keeps going off. I calm down, and then my head goes off. And all of a sudden, I was like, I'm going to, like, I had to run to the bathroom. Puked like 5 fucking times. And then I went up to the bar, and I was like, bro, I need some vitamin water. And he's like electrolytes or anything. And he's like, I don't have any of that shit. And he's like, I was like, what do you got? And he's like, I got some fucking water. He's like, bottles of water. And he's like, I got orange juice and like any kind of like juices and shit. And I was like, put that in a cup with the fucking juice. And you got salt? I was like, put some fucking salt in there. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I got these like 2 big old like 64-ounce cups. And then I walked it back to the pit. And then I was like, drink that. And then
so I personally, taking Mike's advice because I trust him on everything. He is my brother and my fucking son's godfather.
Yeah.
I took the biggest fucking chug of this thing and instantly put it down. And I said, have this back. And then I walked around in a circle, fucking trying not to puke in my mouth. I was like,
so bad. It was so disgusting. It was so disgusting.
And Mike is the savage of the group to where he was just like, I don't think it's that bad. He just kept fucking drinking. Drank the rest of them. And I literally I probably drank, half of that?
Yeah, maybe.
And then after that, I was just like, I can't do that at all anymore. Yeah. So it was in between Maryland and Five Finger to where I was like out in the lobby because I had to go take a piss.
Yeah.
I was out in the lobby and I was like, fuck, this guy's selling tall boys.
Yeah. And then we started drinking.
I started drinking more.
That's what I did. I chugged those couple and then, finished that set. And then we went back. I was like, margarita.
Okay. And then literally after that, after the concert,
God.
we went back home. Went the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, we like so bad. We got some shitty ass greasy pizza afterwards, and it was disgusting. Then we laid.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
And then we laid on the casino floor, and then we laid there because we were dying, and then because the tile was so cold and it felt so good. It felt so good. And then and then we went upstairs and then fucking
went
died.
to bed. And then I remember the next morning waking up because we had a 10:30 checkout time. Yep. So. We grabbed the bags, put everything in the bags, and we're like, all right, well, we still have a good solid, 8 fucking hours.
Our flight was until 7 p.m.
Which, looking back at it, I'm glad that it was.
It was, yeah.
We woke up. We went downstairs. We got an IV.
Yeah.
We watched Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly's your fucking son-in-law. That was good. Like just chilling in that little dark room.
Yeah.
IVs.
Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. The lady that was hooking us up to our IVs, literally. She was like, here's some blankets.
Yeah. Put us on a couch. Like it was so good. Turn the lights out, and we were just fucking chilling, half asleep.
Yeah, watching IVs. Son-in-law chilling, and then after that, I was like, ooh, I still don't feel good.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't feel great. Like I couldn't keep anything down.
No, so sick.
So we went to what was it? There was like a Subway.
Yeah, we went to a shop. Yeah, it was a Subway like shake shop.
It was like a food court.
It was a food court. Yes.
On the strip.
Yep, on the strip.
So we went to a food court and. I got like halfway through my shake and I was like, I'm gonna fucking puke. Yep. Like I can't do this. So then he was like, well, the only way to get back on top of the horse is if you get a little bit of that hair of the dog in you.
Yeah.
So we walked down and got a
this little like our Fat Tuesdays from the last podcast.
Yeah, the Fat Tuesdays.
The Fat Tuesdays we got. I think those are them, or no, those aren't them. But
those
same fucking thing.
We threw those away at the airport because we had the little last bit, and I was like, I can't fucking do it.
Yeah, like because I knew at that point like how sick we were and like how hot, dehydrated. Like at that point, it was just a straight like glucose fucking like we were like OD'd on fucking alcohol.
Yeah,
like your body needed it. So like we had one marg, fucking. Took it all away. Like we felt so.
We
much
actually
better.
Walked probably like,
and then we turned around like because we had nothing to do, so we just walked like the strip and fucking
probably walked what do you think 2 miles
easily, yeah, in the fucking like 110-degree weather, like fucking.
We had like 6 old ladies that were like, "Where'd you get those?
Where'd you get those?" Yeah, they did. And it's like there's one right next to him and shit. And we're like, "Oh yeah, down there." Yeah, I felt bad.
Ask her husband.
Yeah,
the old bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so.
But then that was the end of the trip. The flight back was great.
Yeah,
we hung out with a dude, and he talked about construction, and and we got back.
And then we came back to normal lives. And then a bunch of other shit happened, and then that's why we didn't podcast. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And now we're back to like normal lives. And now we're training and like working and doing normal civilian things.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So expect more out of us.
Yeah.
Because we will have more out of you.
Yeah.
Or more out of us.
Exactly. So.
But if you guys aren't aware, the website is up.
Yep.
The t-shirts are up.
Yep.
Go to www.builtforwarstrength.com. If you guys would like to check us out on our Instagram, since we haven't pushed this in a while. Michael?
What did you say?
Your Instagram.
Oh, mine? Michael.lee.music@gmail. Or
that's his email if you want to send him dirty pictures.
Send me an email. Send me a dick pic. Michael.lee.music.
And then I'm at Trotter the Trainer. Other than that.
Oh, and one last little bit. You guys are original listeners, all you new ones, love you guys. Subscribe, notifications, all that good shit. But that whole like giveaway we were gonna do, we had talked to a few of you normal people, and nothing ever changed on that list. And so we were really considering if because we have now, thankfully, to all of you guys, we have like 108 subscribers.
Yep.
And we only have like 20 of you on the list. So that's not a really fun giveaway for all of our fam. So I don't know. So we either going to drop it or maybe we'll come up with a new fucking giveaway or something, because we can't do the publicized fucking giveaway like auto thing, because we know a bunch of you OGers that I've talked to that still, they said that they tried to fuck with some shit, like Scott Dodds and Dodds OG as fuck, and he's like, I did the thing and it still isn't showing. So I don't know what.
I'm almost thinking that maybe on the website here soon that we'll do something and we'll
come up with something. Maybe we'll do like a comment thing or like, something like that. So
I've got something even better.
Okay. So don't worry about the giveaway. So hang in there. I don't, you
guys are still going to get a stash.
Yeah, you'll still get the stash. We wanted to make it fair, dude. And like, if you guys have listened to the podcast, we've been preaching on this, a few podcasts about it. And because we don't want it to be unfair. So we don't want to give out to 20 people when we got fucking 100.
There's been like 5 or 6 fucking repetitive commenters, likers, subscribers, all of that kind of stuff that genuinely would be out of the running that I don't feel is fair, because they have been putting in the work.
They're fucking OGs, and it's like I'm not going to take them out of the run. So so don't worry, hang in there. Fucking very shortly we're going to come up with this new system. But hang in there, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe. Love y'all bitches.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.